What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. And inflation is running rampant. I've had many conversations with many coworkers. Today being one of those days where people are starting to notice at the pump, at the grocery store. It's becoming evident. You can't hide gas prices. But people have to realize they have to keep asking the question why, how, where, when, what, to get to the root issue of it all. And when you trace it back and you see the things that are being done, it seems like it's almost like it's a deliberate effort to put everyone back on or back in time where we didn't have access to all these energy resources, taking us back to the 1700s. Our dependence on these energy resources is astronomical. I recently saw an article on mainstream media that said this is the title of it. It said another nuclear plant just shut down. Expect electricity shortages. Well, that along with a bunch of other stuff. Here's a video of Christine Lagarde, head of the European Central Bank, talking about the increased balance sheet in the last couple of years.
The balance sheet of the European Central Bank and the money that is on there now. And here it is. What I would like to show our viewers and ask the question about is, this is going over 8 trillion euros now. Mm-hmm. And isn't what you just told us about the cryptocurrencies, don't we see a gigantic bubble here on your balance sheet with the euro? And isn't this graph very nerve-wracking?
Well, I can tell you that there is zero crypto assets in the balance sheet of the ECB.
That I know.
Point number one. Well, I just don't want any ambiguity about it.
Yeah.
But you have to think in terms of counterfactual. If we had not decided on March 18th, when we put together the pandemic emergency program and then subsequently increased the volume of commitment that we made to the European Union economies, we would be in a devastated situation. So I don't regret any of that move that we took on that day, which was 4 months into my job, to significantly increase the size of the balance sheet, because that's all we had. Yeah. Otherwise, the economy would have collapsed, and it would have been even accelerated by a financial crisis.
You had to do it. It was the COVID crisis. You say that's what we needed to do. But how do you get it?
It will
back?
come. It will come. In due course. Yeah.
How?
In due course, it will come.
Yeah? No, but do you sleep at night when you see this?
Of course I have to sleep at night. And I have to worry every morning. Yeah.
Okay. Over here.
So, you see her reaction. She has to sleep every night. She worries every morning. Folks, I mean, what they did, she said, we had to do it in order to save the economy. Also, it would be in the gutters. Well, by doing this, it's just kicking down the road and making the crisis that much worse. What's coming, folks, is not a little recession or a depression. You're talking about a global, worldwide tsunami. And your dollar bills are not going to matter. Why do you think a lot of smart money is moving to tangible goods, assets, physical assets? Because of this very crisis that's threatening everyone. And here you see Jerome Powell talking about how they make money.
To say you simply flooded the system with money.
Yes, we did. That's another way to think about it. We did.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally. So we, as a central bank, we have the ability to create money digitally. And we do that by buying treasury bills or bonds or other government guaranteed securities. And that actually increases the money supply. We also print actual currency, and we distribute that through the Federal Reserve banks.
That's how it's done. It's telling you. Okay. Here is commodity price changes over the last year alone. You see natural gas 200%, heating oil 84, cotton 76. I mean, these are massive price increase, folks, and you're seeing it in your food. Eventually, a lot of these companies are not gonna bite the cost. They're gonna send it over to you, the consumer. And I mean, I've seen things that I buy go up 70%. Some has even doubled. It's the reality. Here is and as we get into this green agenda, they're gonna start saying we need to be careful of our emissions, and they're coming for every aspect of your life to control it. Take a listen.
We're developing through technology an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
In other words, let me interpret that. You'll own nothing and you won't be happy about it. Folks, that's the ultimate way of control. Ultimate way of control. They make it sound like it's for something good, for the greater good. But no, this is tyrannical. You won't have privacy. They'll know everything about you. Tyranny is where the government knows everything about you, and democracy is where you know everything about the government. That's one way to look at it. And we don't want to get down that tyrannical road. So, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the video. This is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.